Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another interview for the interview series of Law Marketing Zone Group. Today, I'm very excited to welcome Elizabeth Miller, who is a law practice management consulting here with us today. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your journey and how you went from attorney to management.
Well, my journey is actually very long. This February, it was 43 years that I've been in the legal profession.
Wow.
Um, that's probably only 2 years longer than I've been married. So it's really amazing. I started out as a legal secretary and became a paralegal, and I worked as a paralegal for probably about 25 years or so, and segued my career into law office administration. My husband says it's because I like to be the boss. He might be right. But a few years ago, I moved to Montana and I took a job there with a 500 attorney firm as the administrator of the firm. And I got into a car accident 3 months later. So I had to come home because I needed medical treatment. I had bad injuries and everything. And when I recovered, I decided to open up my own business. This was December of 2015. Who starts a business right before the holidays? I don't know. They must be crazy. But it was me. And I started the business the second week of December. By the end of the month, I had 4 clients. So
Wow.
I said to myself, during the holidays, this is pretty good. So I kept going, and one thing led to another. And now I write for Law Office Manager magazine, and I do webinars for them. And I've done speaking engagements for the Bar Association, and it's just taken on a life of its own. So I love what I do. That or I'm crazy for attorneys for 43 years.
Well, obviously you know what you're doing. So your services encompass the entire administration, or can we cherry pick services if there's something that we needed?
You can, I do for smaller firms, like kind of like fractional office because you've heard like fractional CFO and whatever.
Exactly.
Some of the smaller firms need somebody to kind of guide the ship. That's not the attorney because attorneys are terrible business managers. And I can say that now because I know that it's true. So, or somebody will hire me. Oh, I need my trust account reconciled because the bar is breathing down my neck, or I need a policy and so we kind of start out with a service here, service there kind of thing. The people that I do all of their services for, I usually work on a flat monthly retainer,
Hmm.
because small firms like to know what their bills are going to be every month, and they don't want to bill 1 month for $500 and the next month for $1,200.
Mm.
So we kind of work it onto a monthly retainer, and sometimes you come out with the short end of the stick, but that's okay. I love my clients. I love what I do.
Awesome. So do you work mostly with small law firms, or you can work with larger law firms? What's your sweet spot?
Probably smaller, like 3 to 5 attorneys,
Hmm.
is most of my clients, but I do have larger firms that call me that ask for like succession planning. Somebody's leaving the firm and they want to figure out, or compensation models. They want to redo them and they want to, so those are like one-time things,
Hmm.
but the more steady, like month to month, month in, month out kind of thing is for the smaller firms.
All right, well, that's great. Okay, you started in 2015. So, thinking about this time during the pandemic, what has changed in your business during that time that you're going to keep moving forward?
Actually, it's really funny. The things that have changed, people suddenly get working remote. They suddenly understand. It's just so funny. COVID hit, and I thought, oh man, this is, batten down the hatches, and we're going to be broke and whatever, and that kind of thing. And I would get 2 or 3 new calls a week for
Wow.
clients that, like I said, they suddenly get it. They understand how I can work remote and still get the work done. So it's been great for me. We're coming out of it now, and I am an extrovert. I know that's hard to believe, but I am. And and so I missed the lunches, and I missed going to bar lunches, and I missed all of that kind of stuff. So that I'm starting to slowly come out of, but actually seeing attorneys, I don't really need to. We can do it by Zoom, we can do it by phone, whatever. It works out great.
Yeah, I mean, Zoom is one of those things I just can't live without.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
we were using it for years, a long time before,
Mhm.
everybody came onto the platform all of a sudden, right? But it's
Yeah.
definitely a tool that's needed. Um,
Yeah.
Thinking about law firm management and law firm management software, do you work with Clio or any of the other brands out there?
Actually, I work with several of them. Now, Clio, I'm a certified consultant for them, and
Hmm.
I know all their ins and outs, but I do Clio, I do practice Panther, I do my case, I do some of the lesser known ones like Locus and stuff like that. I feel like it's my responsibility to know all these programs and to know what's going on in order to be able to, maybe what an immigration attorney needs is not quite the same program that a divorce attorney needs.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's my responsibility to know as many programs as I can get.
And it
Get going.
certainly helps you get up to speed with a law firm so much quicker that way because you've got the background and you can hit the ground running, as they say.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So like I said, I love what I do. I love everything about what I do.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. So what do you think? What's the future look like? You're a published author, right?
Yes, in fact, here's my book. Ta-da!
Bring it
Um,
down a little bit. There we go. All right.
Yep. And in fact, this book, a lot of people give out like swag, like, oh, post-it notes and pens and stuff like that. I give out my book.
There you go.
When I go see an attorney or they Zoom with me or whatever, I send them a copy of my book because I figure it's not something they're going to use and throw away.
Hmm.
So it works out really well. I don't know. I don't know where the future is going. 10 years ago, if you had asked me if we were ever going to do like Zoom hearings and Zoom meetings and all this kind of stuff, I would have said, are you crazy? But
Yeah.
here we are and it's happening. So I really don't know what the future holds, but I know that in order for people to keep up, they have to keep up with what's going on. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
can't say, oh, I'm not going to do a Zoom call because everybody's doing Zoom.
True. Yeah. I mean, it's this past year has been eye-opening to a lot of things that a lot of us have been doing all along. Now it's more accepted and understood. So it allows you to be, basically nationwide from your home.
Well, exactly. And in fact, I have a couple of clients in Texas. I have a client in New York, actually a great client in New York, who's built his business to $10 million in the last 4 years. So
Wow.
I'm really, really proud of that. I have a client in Georgia. I have a couple of clients and one in California. So I have them, all across the United States. The only thing I have trouble with is keeping up with the different time zones. So,
Definitely.
but other than that, yeah, it's enabled me to, work with people uh, everywhere. I mean, I haven't done any international yet, but we'll see. Maybe that's on the agenda.
Maybe. Wow. Well, that sounds interesting. So if someone wanted to look up and learn more about you and perhaps get your book, where would they go to do that?
Well, www.fromlawyertolawfirm.com is my website. They can get all the information about me and my services. I also sell the book on the website for $49. Amazon sells it for $149. So if somebody wants to buy it, you need to go to my website and buy it from me. I do all of my blogs are, posted on my website, testimonials are there, everything. They can email me at liz.managementconsultant@gmail.com. And of course, my phone number, which is 813-340-9569.
Okay, great. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to put that contact information in the description above the video so people can reach out to you.
That'll be perfect.
Okay, awesome. Anything else you'd like to share today? I mean, it sounds like you've got a service that you can help small to medium-sized law firms and actually get them into profitability or growth pattern pretty quickly.
Yeah, actually, I've had a lot of success with that. You know, a lot of attorneys, one that comes to mind that I started working with 3 years ago, and he can get ahead of the, bills, and you know what I mean? It was like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul
Mm,
kind of. And like within 3 months, we had his billing up and going, and suddenly he was like doing over $1 million a year. My
wow.
big thing is billing. You know, I'm always on attorneys about doing their billing, getting their bills out, and that kind of thing. Because what's the point if you're not going to bill people? Then stay at the beach and don't get paid there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been great. I love seeing attorneys make lots of money because then I make lots of money and everybody's happy.
I love that. I love that. Well, this has been really good. I really enjoyed hearing about what you're doing, and I hope everyone else has enjoyed hearing what you're doing. Again, I'm going to put your contact information on the video so that anyone can reach out if they have questions or they need some services.
That'll be awesome. Thanks so much for having me, Marilyn. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And anybody that wants to reach out to her, the contact information will be above. And thank you for this being interviewed with us for the groups.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you.